Hey, today I want to take you behind the scenes and show you the brand new eBassGuitar studio build. This has been 9 months in the baking and I'm really excited to show you how it all happened. So welcome inside. Let me show you where the eBassGuitar magic happens. So building the new eBassGuitar HQ was all about creating a self-contained creative space where we could film videos, we could hold live workshops, we could practice the bass guitar and generally hang out. Before I take you behind the scenes and show you how it all happened, I need to take you back to 2016.
So Easter 2016 was when it all started happening. The eBassGuitar YouTube channel was born and we started creating the foundations of the Bass Lab Plus membership over at eBassGuitar.com. It started off so conservatively in a tiny way, in a small box room in a 3-bedroom house, using just an iPhone 5S, I believe, and a couple of lights to make sure things looked decent. We started publishing bass guitar content and things started taking off and people loved the style of what we were doing. So 2017, things started kicking up to the next gear. The Bass Lab Plus was out there. We were making content on a regular basis, but something happened in my personal life which changed everything forever. Oliver, my son, was born. So the arrival of Oliver meant one thing. My small studio was needed for him. So I got to upgrade to that point to the 2nd bedroom and we made a ton of foundational content for eBassGuitar there. Classic courses like the Rookie Blues course, the Essential Walking Bass course, the Music Theory course, which students still love to this day. That was the 2nd recording space. Now hitting the beginning of 2019, I had a young, very active toddler in the house. God, he was up to some mischief there, and it was becoming more and more increasingly hard to work in the house. So what I did was I thought it's time to get out. Let's make this official. So I went and rented eBassGuitar HQ3. This was a small office unit in the town Tring where we lived at the time. It started off really cool and we made some great stuff in there. But what I discovered after about 9 months of working in there is what I really loved is being around people and having a vibe. Being in a self-contained office just wasn't my thing. So at that point, me and my family discovered that we wanted to move and locate down to the south of England. So we set our eyes on eBassGuitar HQ4. So deep in the middle of the first COVID lockdown, May 2020, we upped sticks and moved 100 miles to the little town called Fordingbridge in the UK. This was the start of eBassGuitar HQ4. We started building eBassGuitar HQ4. It was a really cool space, but there was one snag. The garage was attached to the kitchen of the house, which again meant balancing family and creative life that much more difficult. So that kicked off the vision of where we are today. I knew I wanted a creative space that was located near my house, in fact on the same property, but it needed to be removed from the house. So family life and creative life could happen at the same time. So fast forward to August 2022, we moved again, believe it or not, twice in 2 years, because this house came up with this humongous 6 meter by 6 meter garage, which we could convert into a fantastic filming space. Let me show you how it all happened.
Now, armed with this 6 meter by 6 meter humongous garage, there were 3 things that I knew I wanted to achieve with it. The first was for it to be completely self-contained from the house. That meant, let's not beat around the bush, a self-contained toilet with running water and importantly, really good coffee. Secondly, a desk recording space where I could sit at and record really easily and quickly with cameras already set up. The other thing is I wanted to be able to invite top professional bass players down here to film content with me. So we needed the desk space, but we also needed a filming space elsewhere in the room. And that's what we achieved. So here we have what I call the desk recording space ready and waiting to go. Let me show you through what's there. The heartbeat of this is just a MacBook Pro that you can get from any store. We've got 2 cameras there. I've upgraded all the camera equipment. We have Sony ZV-E10s here with an f1.8 Sigma lens on there. A black magic switcher down there for live streaming. A monitor screen. I always want to be able to practice easily. So right here, I have a bass guitar sat on a stand, ready and waiting to go at all times. We have the pedal board plugged in. I have my monitoring system set up there with Yamaha speakers over there. And of course, the faithful printer and screen and lights. So apart from upgrading the cameras, I wanted to get complete control over the lighting in the room. So we've just put one big window in here. We blocked up a door over there, which used to be there. And then we've added new lighting to the room too. Great thing about this space is we can go from a minimal daylight look like this through to a full studio lighting look. Alexa, turn room lights on. Alexa, turn studio lights on. To a really nicely lit studio space in just a few clicks of a button and Alexa commands. And of course, we can also put more of a daylight look into here just by opening the blind. This also means the position of the sun has zero bearing on what times we can record to, which often caused issues in our previous recording spaces. So let's take a look at the rest of the space here. Over there on this wall here, we have my amplifiers set up and guitars always ready to go. I try to be quite minimalist and just keep it down to 5 or 6 guitars that I keep in this studio and use on a regular basis. We also have the whiteboard too, just to keep creative ideas flowing. Now it wouldn't be eBassGuitar HQ without the legendary recording sign. So we've got a cabinet over here displaying pedals, giving us some storage and also some books and some great artifact from the world of eBassGuitar. In my view, a creative space wouldn't be a creative space without a good bookshelf. So that was absolutely crucial for me to get in here. Over on the back wall of the room is where we record the eBassGuitar courses and invite guests in to film. So I've augmented this with 2 new Aguilar SL12 cabs and the Aguilar tone hammer head, which you've seen tons in the video. But it came to me like, how do I decorate this space? Now I have 2 wonderful pictures up on the wall, which came from a fabulous eBassGuitar student, which we sadly lost a few months ago, Martin Evening. He sent me these great pictures of Norman Watt-Roy and Phil Collins, which I put up on the wall with pride. But it begged the question, what else do I put up there? So I decided to put up on the wall vinyl, which has influenced me. There's loads of vinyl sitting on the shelf over there, but right now I've chosen 6 albums which changed my life, which sit proudly on that back wall. So a space like this is always work in progress. It will keep evolving. It will look different if you watch a YouTube video of ours in a year's time subtly, but there was one thing which signified the end of the build after 9 months for me. One thing that's really important to me is giving gratitude and celebrating the success of our eBassGuitar students, because without them, we wouldn't be here now. So I put together an important project, which was to put the eBassGuitar Hall of Fame photo together. So this is an ongoing project where 20 students have sent images of themselves with their bass guitars. We've mounted these on the wall and we're gonna keep adding to them over time. I look at this pretty much every day with the gratitude of where this started and the humble beginnings back in 2016. So I want to take this moment to say thank you to every single one of you which has been part of the eBassGuitar journey, whether you're just subscribed to the YouTube channel or whether you're a Bass Lab Plus or VIP member. Without this brand new studio build would have not have happened. So here is to another few years and the next chapter of eBassGuitar.